Good girl. Just tighten it up a bit because it's a bit too long that rope, isn't it? Good girl. Good girl. Well, it's a really wet and awful day today, and so they're not going out this morning. They can go out later on this afternoon. They've been in, Bella and Apollo have been in last night because had them over during the day. Farouk was in the field because he'd worked very hard the day before on his event. Very fast event he did. So he's just had a nice day in the field. He has got horses in the field next to him, so he's not completely alone. And he's got his field shelter, which he'll have needed last night and this morning. We're very shortly going to go and take the muckbarrow down to the field and pick Farouk up. If he doesn't want to come in, then I shan't mess about. I'll just leave him because he doesn't need to come, but I just thought he would like to come. So, and then later on they'll all go back out, and I'm so pleased with the field shelter because they are using it. And it's always a thing with horses, will they use a field shelter or will they not, but they do. So it's been well worth it, and I'm so happy because they can go in when it's wet or when it's too hot. And of course in the winter there'll be snow on the ground, so they can go in there, and I'll be able to put the hay in the shelter. Don't eat that rope. So I'll be able to put the hay in the field shelters, plenty of it, so that nobody gets left out. That's Bella. Good girl. I just put this cactus in that spot, shall I? And she just... Yes. I'm going to introduce Bella to the clippers. Because eventually she will need clipping, and I do really want to just do under her chin. It's not a good look for a girlie having a hairy chin, so it'd be nice to get her chin hairs off, wouldn't it, Bella? Yes, because we don't like hairy chins, do we, us girlies? So this is the first time she's seen these. She has heard clippers in the next stable when I've done Apollo's hooves. Feathers. Yes, that's interesting, isn't it? So just these are very quiet because they're Ike's clippers, so very quiet clippers. So I think it's a good clipper to start her off with. Yes, that's clippers. It's very good. Very good. You look funny with your ear like that. Yes, you do. Yes. Shall I just put it near you? Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. So I'm just putting my hand between her skin and the clipper because it'll lessen the vibration, won't it? Yes, good girl. What a good girl you are. What a good girl. So I'm now going to put it on her. Good girl. Good girl. That's all right, isn't it? That's a good girl. There's a good girl, aren't you? Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. There's a good girl. What a good girl you are. I think a few treaties are in order. That's very good. Yes, it is. Very good girl. Go on over. Good girl. Good boy, Apollo. Apollo just looking to see what's going on. Aren't you? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, she is. Good girl. What a good girl you are. Yes, you are. What a good girl. Good girl. Yes, little treaty for that, because you're doing very well. Doing very well with that, aren't you? Good girl. I'm just going to do this over a period of time just to get him used to it. Little and often as I do. She's quite good on the body. As you can see, there's no problem there. Obviously, the nearer you get to the head and the ears, the more you can see it tense up a bit. And I'm not going to attempt to legs yet, because that's always the most difficult, really. Face and legs, definitely the most difficult. Good girl. What a clever girl. Yes, you are. What a clever girl. She'll have a little rest now, just a few minutes, and then we'll do it once more, and that'll be it for today. Don't eat the rope. Bella, hey! Good girl. Good girl. So this will be the last time today. Good girl. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the body, that's really good. That's a good girl. It's only when you get a bit nearer the ear. That's it, good girl. So I just wait till she stopped moving to take it off. There's a good girl. Well done. So I'm going to practice her leg lifting now, just to keep that going well. Go on, over, over, over. Good girl. Just point the camera down so you can see her feeties. Go. It's just the stool, lifting the leg forward. She's got the picking up the feet for cleaning out. So it's just a matter of confirming the word foot and then pushing the foot forward. So, and foot. Good girl. Good girl. Then we'll stand. And foot forward. Yes, good girl. No, 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 no. No, no, foot down. Good girl. Good girl, stand. Good girl. Good girl. Not ideal, because she's on a toe, but best we can do. It was suggested by one watcher that I turn the stool upside down and place the foot on the leg, but that won't do at all, because it would then mean that all the weight was on a frog, whereas a tripod has 3 points. which miss the frog and help support the weight. So putting the stool upside down would not work. Because we don't want you to damage your frog, do we? No. Good girl. Good girl. One subscriber did say to me in a comment yesterday, I seem to be feeding a tremendous amount of treats. But those of you who've been with me a long time know they're not actually treats. They're called Fibre Plus Nuggets by Bailey's, and they are a grass pellet. You can use them in their food just to bulk it out a bit. They are similar to giving the horse hay, really. Over. Good girl. She's doing well with the moving over. Light touch, which is what you want. Good girl. Stand. Of course, it's difficult to film it at the same time, but there we go. Stand now. Stand. Yes, stand. Yes, good girl. And foot. Good girl. Good girl. She knew to put the other foot down and to lift that one up. So she's getting there with my positioning. My body position tells her which foot, and the word tells her to lift the foot. Good girl. No. Good girl. I'm wanting her to stand without me pressing down on the foot, just so she gets used to holding it up herself. Because you don't want the weight of a horse's leg on you. She needs to rebalance herself using her 3 legs. Good girl. Good girl. Well done. Another treat. Good girl. Stand. Stand now. Let's just make sure you can actually see what I'm doing. Let's move that over there. Maybe move it over here, in fact, that would be better, wouldn't it? Right. There we go. Okay, and foot. Good girl. Good girl. Foot forward. Good girl. Stand. 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 Good girl. It's only a few seconds. It'll get longer as she gets it more used to it. Good girl. I'm giving her another treat. That's a good girl. Good girl. So. She's already anticipating. Good girl. Well anticipated. That's very nice. Good girl. And foot. Good girl. Foot forward. Foot forward. Foot forward. Foot forward. Good girl. No, a little bit longer. No. Stand. Bella. It's always this left near. It's always the near hind that's the problem leg. Not that she has a problem, but that's the more difficult leg. Good girl. Well done. Good girl. That'll do. Good girl. So when she is not in the field, I do that now once a day. Because she's got it, it's just a matter of now making it a little bit longer. So she's more patient at the farriers. So there we are. That's her lesson for today. The clippers. No eating the rope. Bella. Bella. Good girl. Good girl. She has to learn a harsh tone in the voice means don't do whatever it is you're doing. Bella. Good girl. Good girl. Followed by a good girl in the soothing tone so she knows that she's done the right thing. Bella, don't chew that. Don't eat that. Typical youngster. Yes, she's over it now. That's enough for today, isn't it? Good girl. Well done. Good girl. And back. Back. Good girl. and she has getting better with me taking the head collar off. She doesn't throw her head about as much, do you? Don't show me up. Never work with animals or children. Yes, much better. Doesn't pull her head out and toss it about like she used to. Good girl. And the finish off with a couple of little treaties. There you go. Good girl. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget a thumbs up, thank you. And we do like to read your comments, so if you can manage a comment as well, that would be great. Doesn't have to be about the video, it can be what you're doing in your life. TTFN.